When it comes to muscle cars, by the late 1960s and early 70s, Dodge was really pulling away from the pack. I mean, they had the Hemi Cudas out, Challengers out, Chargers out, and there were these guys that they all had Dodges, and they got together and they tricked out their cars and did wheels and exhaust and this and that, and they called themselves the Scat Pack, like the Rat Pack, except for cars. Back in the day, the Scat Pack was literally what we consider a blog, but it was a newsletter, and it was all these Dodge enthusiasts talking about what they were doing with their cars. For a while, Dodge actually branded some of their big muscle cars with the same handle, including the Challenger RT. That's what I'm talking about. This morning, Dodge gave me the keys to a 2015 Scat Pack pre-production Challenger. And like a fool, I let Aaron know that they were going to destroy it as soon as I was done having my way with it.
Can't believe they're just going to crush it.
Next thing you know, he starts to lead me down the path of my least resistance.
If we can finagle the drivetrain out of this from them, then we can put it in our car. We can build a 1970 2015.
Yep, he's stirring up exactly the kind of trouble I like. He wants to take the perfectly good guts out of my brand new car and drop them into the 71 Challenger. So you're saying put it in this one?
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, this car's modeled after that car.
Yeah, it's 71.
Almost entirely.
Well, yeah, but that's like a restored, done, perfect car.
340, 4-speed, blah, blah. Yeah, sand. It's just another car.
Holy cow, dude, I don't know. Will it all fit? I mean, this is what you do.
Yeah.
You're talking about putting that motor in
the answer is no, it doesn't fit. The question is, can we make it fit?
Oh, man.
We have the technology, the opportunity, the ability. All we need is the parts.
But this is already a nice one.
Yeah, we gotta remember, this car's not gonna look any different. I mean, it's still gonna be this car. It's just gonna have a 392 fuel-injected motor in it.
Wow. You've come up with some crazy before, but golly, man. I mean, to do this, we're gonna have to destroy two perfectly good, paid-for cars. You know, it sounds like a crazy plan, but you know what? Here's the thing. I did want to goose up the performance since I first drove this car back in Houston. And I do have Alex knocking at my door to open up a new big live music venue. So a big score on this 1971 might just come in handy. You know, with this car done like you're talking about, could be a $140,000, $150,000 car. And if I get the parts for free, I'm in this for 42. All right, I'm gonna do it before I change my mind. Let's do it.
All right.
I like it. Killer.
Get the black one, I get the green one.
Golly, I can't believe I'm gonna tear these two cars apart. It's not even smart. It's gonna be fun, though. So there you go. I've got one car that's definitely worth a lot of money, but with a little bit of help, it could be worth a lot more. And then I've got another car that doesn't need any help at all, but I've got to get it back to Dodge in 3 weeks. And Aaron's thinking if I put the two together, I'll have one 71 Challenger that's worth mega bucks and would be a kick-ass to drive. What's going on?
What's going on?
So what do you think?
Y'all two shopping at the same store or what?
Well, it's kind of like this. So here's the plan. Our 71 Scat Pack Challenger is all shiny and nice on the outside, but under the hood, it's got a modest, well, at least for my taste, 340 Magnum engine. Meanwhile, our 2015 Challenger has a 392 Hemi V8 producing 485 horsepower and a functional shaker hood. But anyone can have that, and I'd like to have something that not just anyone can have. Since nobody's had access to a 2015 Hemi yet, I want to attempt first to transplant the muscle from our 2015 into our 71. And hopefully, it'll all work out the way I've got planned. Of course, we'll probably need to do a new cradle on this, new suspension, coilovers, big brakes on it. And I thought we might do the same wheels, just in like 19s and 20s, 18s and 20s, something like that. I thought we might dig the factory seats and just reupholster them so that we add more bolsters to the side and bottom of the legs.
So what's our budget, seeing as how we got a free motor and transmission?
Nothing about this is free. I got 42 grand in this, and it's a done, restored 340 RT 4-speed.
So? It's not our money.
It's not our money.
He's nervous, so I feel his pain, but it's not our money.
That's right, Casey. It's not your money, it's my money. But if Aaron's right, then I could keep a whole lot more of it in my pocket because basically we have a mobile parts store right here to pick through. But I only have it for 3 weeks. So I'm not gonna give Aaron more than 15 days and $15,000 for this. And since we're turning two cars into one, I better clear north of 100K or it didn't work.
What about Dodge? Do they not want the 15 back? Or are we just not going to give it back?
I'm kind of thinking it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Just give it back.
So we can just give
This
one of
is
the
what's
pieces we have
left.
left.
So we could just put this one back in this. They might not even realize it.
Like, holy cow, it's 392 turned into a 340. How's that happen?
This thing runs like when it's cold, man. What's going on?
Golly, man.
Okay, let's put it on lift.
I'm working on the green one.
Green one.
I got the black one.
Green. Somebody shoot me now. This might be one of the dumber things I've done.
So there you have it. Richard's in a good mood, and he's gonna let us cut up his borrowed car. I'm sure he'll make money on it. I'm almost certain that Richard will make money some way, somehow. But today, the party's all ours.
There you go.
All right, let's gut these two fish.
You know, this is actually a pretty neat idea. We've never quite done anything like this since I've been at the garage. Of course, there isn't going to be much for me to do, and I want to keep it that way. The paint on this car is nice, and we're not going to repaint anything, so we're going to keep ourselves from scratching it, just taking extra precautions to make sure this goes as smoothly as possible.
I spin it. Spin it around.
Watch them hose. All right, boss, what's the plan?
We're going to drop the exhaust off of it and pull the drive shaft on it, and then we're going to come underneath it, lower the car down, pop, 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 set the cradle down, and then we're going to lift the car up off of it and wheel this thing out.
We've already got a few things working in our favor. From the 71 to the 2015 Challenger, Dodge stuck with the original classic unibody frame design.
What are you doing, loosening up the torsion board?
Yeah.
What that means is that the K-member cradle in the front works as a front suspension as well as an engine and transmission support. That makes this job a lot easier. On the assembly line, they would roll the car body to it, bring the K-member, the motor up from the bottom, bolt it to the car. So we're going to do the total opposite to remove it, obviously.
Of course, there's a few more bells and whistles in the way on this 2015. There's two different computers that run it. You've got one that controls the engine and powertrain, and then you've got one that controls every other accessory inside the vehicle. So the older one not having the computer that controls the inside, we're gonna have to adapt it to make it work. Maybe have to trick it into seeing those other features so that the engine runs normally.
All right, going up.
Perfect height.
Dang, Richard, tearing it all up.
You can take it off from there. There you go, then pass.
I got it.
All right, come on down. I got this figured out, or?
Yeah, we're ready to go. We just gotta bust the bolts off. That's it, we're ready.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
You guys.
Cool.
All right, one down, one to go.